Greetings, gentle ladies and gentlemen. There's something I'd like to talk about before the action begins. Now, I got an item called the Amulet of Phantom Rock in the last level that I didn't show on video, and it basically allows a second player to join in. This is not the only item that does this, but the only way this one will work is if the second player has a guitar peripheral, and it's useless, so I didn't really see the point of going out of my way to find it. At the very beginning of the second level, right when it gives you the option to go straight up, before that is a small shaded spot covered in trees. Go up there, and that's where the item is. Anyway, let's do this. We've got agents. Man, have we got agents. With different area codes. It doesn't rhyme, but it's still a reference to a song, and I'm going to keep it. It's nice. It smells like Clorox, which some people find pleasant. I don't, but, you know. This isn't about me. We're all in this together. Now, this is kind of a small room. Not really liking that. Small rooms make it more difficult to maneuver, I find. It also gives the enemy more of an advantage, such as the soldiers dropping bombs, because it's kind of, you can't really go up in the air when there is no up in the air to go to. You know what I'm saying? Are you aware of the parlay that I'm trying to have with your ears? It's just a thing. So anyway, try to avoid getting right under that, or at the very least going up with them when the ceiling is that low, because sometimes you'll be caught in the blast, regardless, and it's bad. So in rooms like this, dodge to the left or to the right. Don't be a hero. Just don't. Take my word for it. So of course there would be tons of soldiers in a room like this. I mean, it only makes sense that like the one type of room where fighting a soldier is not advised. That's where nothing but soldiers spawn. I like it. It's cool with me. If your reflexes are sharp and honed like the samurai I am, then you shouldn't have too much problem. So, should be okay. Should be alright. But if you are slow, then prepare to have yourself quite a difficult time with this particular area. One of them decided not to despawn, so we're just going to leave his lifeless corpse there. Halperbot, first let's get this barrel. Let's learn to jump, then let's get this barrel. I'm sure there's something good in it. Perhaps NutriBread. Great. I was thinking of something a little more helpful, but NutriBread's good too. We now have enough spirals to upgrade the shift blade, which is what we're going to do. Now the level 2 upgrade doesn't add too much, but it does add a combo that I really like, which is right there. It's great for starting aerial juggles, and you want it. It's the Rocket Man! I'm not going to make a reference to that song, but you can do that on your own. Now if you would like to stop flitting around for 1 second, the best way to take care of these guys is to follow them around with the shift blade and grab them out of midair. This instantly kills them as their jetpacks explode upon impact, which is great. So do that. Now, of course, doing this robs you of the opportunity to see a messy kill prompt, but really, this is more about results than flair at the moment. Which isn't to say that I won't go for it every now and then, but when the room is filled with these guys, it's just a lot easier to grab them and kill them immediately. There aren't very many enemies that fall prey to this instant kill by grabbing method that is found in Oxford's Dictionary for the Mentally Impaired. So when you do come across the opportunity, you want to abuse it. However, this is one of those opportunities to use a kill prompt, which is pretty funny. Killing him with his own jetpack in the most brutal fashion. It's pretty cool. Now, I'm not entirely certain whether or not the explosion from dive bombing them hurts surrounding enemies. I'm certain it should, but I'm not entirely certain if it does. And if anyone knows that it does, please let me know. I'm going to have to keep my eyes on the sky and see if there is any ostensible splash damage. So we're supposed to go up to the left, so let's go down to the right, because that is the way secret paths work. There's another barrel here, and this time I know what's inside. It's Grandma's cooking, and by that I mean a Psycho Pick. Which is good, because now we can continue to upgrade things. I said before that health upgrades don't require Psycho Picks. What I meant was Continue Hearts, which are used to keep you alive when you die. Each Continue Heart, well, the Continue Heart has 4 segments. I just bought a health upgrade there. So now we have a sliver of health. But anyway, as I was saying, the Continue Heart has 4 segments, and each time you die, it expends one of the segments, which basically gives you 4 attempts at the level before it is game over and you have to start from the very beginning. So, buying extra continue heart fragments at the small expense of some spirals can be useful if you're having a lot of trouble with the game, particularly on harder difficulties. And this game is pretty hard, even on normal, as most people who have played this can vouch for me on. So there, take some of that. Now occasionally when you kill an enemy, they will drop a skull. So it's not only rooms with floating skulls that replenish you, it's also killing enemies that sometimes replenish you, which makes using magic a little bit more, it gives you more of an incentive to use your spells, because oftentimes in games like this, your special abilities are incredibly rationed, and you can't use them as often as you like, only for emergencies and bosses and stuff. But in this game, it's a little bit more free with the skulls. So you can abuse the heck out of this, actually. Especially later on in the game when there are a lot more enemies on the screen. So there. Spoilers, by the way. There are more enemies in this game. I don't know if you knew that. Now you do. Sorry if I ruined it for you. Another good time to use dish magic, as it is a twinkle, that's a word, as it is a quick tap of the left bumper. A great time to use it is right when you're about to get hit by something and you don't have the time to dodge or, do a counterattack of any kind. So it gets you out of jams, as the startup and execution animation of your dish magic leaves you invincible. It's the little things like this that you need to know. It makes your gaming experience a lot easier. It lets you exploit the game without actually being exploitive. That spiral's really stubborn. Get over here. So now that we've taken care of pretty much everything in this level, it's time for one of my favorite segments, right here. We are grinding on a rope. It's great. And there are rocket men all over the place, which kind of detracts from the whole grinding on a rope thing, because we're spending most of the segment in the air, but that's cool. That's fine. If you don't fight them in this manner, I find it incredibly difficult to take them out, just because they're constantly moving all over the place. And trying to do aerial combos that leave you stationary on an enemy that moves around is a lot like cutting your arm and pouring lemon juice into it, and then some salt, and then taking a cheese grater to it. That is soaking in lemon juice for 2 hours. Have I taken the reference too far? I mean, analogy? Everything is a reference. Even analogies. Even algae. Even Al Gore. Get out of here. Thankfully, there is basically nothing but these rocket men in this level. A few other enemies would probably have made the whole rope grinding thing a little bit more exciting, but what are you going to do? You're going to die. That's what you're going to do. That was nice. Next time on Let's Play the Dishwasher, things get eclectic.